What are your thoughts about this new beef between 50 and Marlon Wayans and the wild card Ja Rule on the side over this Diddy documentary?
50 and Puff have a long-term beef. It's personal. It's between him and Puff. And before it's between him and Puff, it's between both of them and God. Just the way Puff is down on his luck and 50 is kicking a man when he's down.
Guys, this is nuts. Sean Diddy Combs was still filming himself a week before he got arrested, months after the feds had already raided and taken all his tapes. And somehow that footage got to 50 Cent, who's now put it in his Netflix documentary.
Was he? Like, nah, he wasn't.
Which makes it worse.
He wasn't going through trial.
Which makes it worse because he was going through trial when they were doing these documents. When they were doing these documentaries. I think it makes it worse.
But he thought
because
he was
the
gonna
jurors
win.
could have had a chance to watch it. People could have had a chance to watch it. I think it was worse.
And what is this documentary doing other than telling a story?
The entertainment world is filled with moments that spark debate, but every once in a while, something happens that shakes the internet in a way no one expects. That is exactly what happened when Marlon Wayans spoke publicly about the new Netflix documentary Sean Combs, The Reckoning. The series produced by 50 Cent pulled no punches in exploring some of the darkest allegations surrounding Diddy. From the stories shared by former associates to the heavy claims about manipulation, violence, and disturbing behavior, the documentary set the culture on fire. But the conversation took an even sharper turn when Marlon Wayans stepped into the spotlight and said he did not fully agree with what he called a biased narrative. For many people watching online, Wayans' comments sounded like an attempt to defend Diddy. Others believed he was simply expressing doubt over how the story was presented, especially considering 50 Cent and Diddy have had a long rivalry. But the internet reacts fast, especially in 2025. Memes appeared instantly. Comment sections exploded. And at the center of all this were two of the loudest voices in the industry. 50 Cent, Music, who has been relentless in exposing anything connected to Diddy, and Katt Williams, who has been outspoken about Hollywood's hidden side for years. Both men saw Marlon's comments, and they did not stay silent.
What are your thoughts about this new beef between 50 and Marlon Wayans and the wild card Ja Rule on the side over this Diddy documentary?
Oh boy, it's funny.
Yeah.
First of all, Ja Rule just need to move out the way and let Marlon handle it.
Yeah.
I think I've been looking at it.
Yeah.
I follow Marlon and I follow 50, of course. I don't follow Ja Rule, but I follow Marlon and 50. And I think this is a beef, an internet beef that I didn't know that I wanted. That I didn't wake up and, that was the last thing on my mind. But now that it's here, I'm happy about it. I want to say, I think that 50, me knowing Marlon and following Marlon, I think 50 has met his match.
What?
Yeah, and the reason why this is going to be, I think this beef right here could go down as one of the all-time greatest. And when I say a beef, I don't mean a street beef. I mean a troll beef.
Beef.
I think this right here is who's going to be king of trolls.
What followed became one of the most talked about online clashes of the month. 50 Cent began posting jokes, memes, and comments that made millions laugh while also stirring up a storm of speculation. Katt Williams added his own perspective, taking jabs and raising music questions about why anyone would publicly defend a man dealing with such serious accusations. And Marlon Wayans suddenly found himself in a position he did not seem prepared for. A music position where every word, every joke, every interview clip was being analyzed, criticized, and turned into fuel for the fire.
Before-scene footage of Sean Diddy Combs in the days leading up to his arrest in New York last September.
You want to put the stuff in my fanny pack, King?
The exclusive video obtained by Netflix shows Combs debating with his lawyers about strategy.
Listen to me. I'm going to get off the phone right now, and I am going to let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution. No matter what nobody said. Let's just, here and there, y'all are not working together the right way. We're losing.
The footage is part of a new, highly anticipated docuseries by director Alex Stapleton and rapper and executive producer Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, titled Sean Combs, The Reckoning. Was there anything that surprised you when you were watching?
I think it was surprising that he actually filmed it.
It was very interesting to watch a man who's known for his brand presence. You know, he has a really amazing knack for marketing and all of that, and how he was sort of taking that into account in how he was coming off to the public.
The exclusive video also shows Combs in Harlem greeting fans.
Launch your wig, be with it. I'll accept it. I need some hand sanitizer. Hold on. I got it. I've been out in the streets amongst the people. Yeah, I gotta take a bath. Like the amount of people that actually I'm coming in contact with, like that's what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like 150 hugs.
You're a public person as well, and there was one instance in Harlem, and his reaction when those people
went away.
Got in
the car and said, I feel like I need to wash, like I'm dirt. That was, it shows you his character.
Was that the reason for including it?
Yeah, I mean, and what's the odds that you would do that in front of the camera? Like that's one of the moments where he forgot he was on tape.
How do you respond to people who say that it's more about the disdain that you have for Sean Combs than it is for giving the victims a platform?
What they consider a pre-existing beef, right, for 20 years, right, is me being uncomfortable with him suggesting that he takes me shopping, or I looked at it like it was like a tester, like maybe you'll come play with me, type of thing, right? And it's not personal.
I think it's important to also let people know that the show is not completely the perspectives of people that did not like Sean. We weren't trying to just get the highlights, the salacious details, you know, that the real goal was to storytell. And not everyone needed to have an allegation to be a part of this project.
The 4-part series also features 2 jurors from Combs' trial who are speaking for the first time about how they reached their mixed verdict, finding Combs guilty of 2 prostitution offenses, but clear of racketeering and trafficking charges, both sharing their thoughts on the relationship between Combs and singer Cassie. Juror 75 describing them as 2 people in love, and Juror 160 saying in part, domestic violence wasn't one of the charges. Cassie, is she a victim in all this?
I believe Cassie's a victim in all this because she came in as she's like 18, like 19 years old. In the very beginning, after a while, over time, you conditioned for it.
The goal of what the film is trying to do is to let the audience kind of come in to ask questions like, were their decisions colored by certain things, and who got the benefit of the doubt, you know, in that courtroom?
Do you think that hip-hop culture was on trial as much as Sean Combs was?
Look, if I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as the hip-hop is fine with his behaviors. There's no one else being vocal. So you would look at it and just say, because that mind your business, or let me not say nothing about nothing, or those things, it would allow the entire culture to register as if they're for that behavior.
If Sean Combs watches this, what do you think he's gonna feel?
Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's gonna say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time. Because you'll see people saying that. I mean, he may feel a different way about pieces and bits of it, but he knows the truth.
Before we look at the backlash, we need to understand why Marlon Wayans is even part of this conversation. Music, Wayans has been in entertainment for decades. He grew up around fame, comedy, and Hollywood circles. Over the years, he developed connections with major figures, including Diddy. Their relationship was never described as a deep friendship or business partnership, but they moved in the same spaces. Music, they attended the same events, the same parties, and the same industry functions where everyone knew each other. For more than 15 years, Wayans has spoken openly about attending Diddy's music parties, even tweeting years ago that he had always experienced good vibes and nothing concerning. At the time, those comments seemed harmless. Just another entertainer speaking about a celebrity friend.
Term beef, it's personal. It's between him and Puff. And before it's between him and Puff, it's between both of them and God. Just the way Puff is down on his luck and 50's kicking a man when he's down.
God is gonna.
If 50 ever luck turned up on 50, you got to be careful what you put out. There's a karma to every action that you do.
You think we'll see that day?
Huh?
You think we'll see that day?
I don't think 50 does dumb stuff. You know, he's very smart, you know, in terms of his business. I think he already had his...
I think we already would have saw it.
He got shot 9 times. He paid his debt early. So that's why he's like, F it. But, you know, look, this is between him and Puff, and honestly, it's between both of them and God.
Yeah.
So, you know, only God can judge, and both of them people have time to sit with God and talk about and through everything. And right now is Puff's time to sit there and have a conversation, a much needed conversation with God.
But after Diddy's 2024 arrest and the many allegations surrounding him, those old comments resurfaced. People began rewatching interviews, clips, and tweets looking for who said what and who stood music next to whom. Once tried to create distance, saying that he did not stay at parties long, that he music left early, and that he never saw anything questionable. His comments were framed as a man trying to be honest about his own experiences. But in today's climate, that kind of honesty becomes complicated. Fans pointed out that many people have said the same thing about problematic figures. Others argued that Wayans was simply sharing his truth and should not be blamed for not witnessing what others claim happened. But whether he meant to or not, Wayans placed himself in the middle of a conversation that resonates far beyond Hollywood. And when the Netflix documentary dropped, the energy around this topic intensified instantly. Once Wayans spoke on the Cruise show, everything changed. People began connecting dots he never intended to draw. His words created waves, and those waves rolled straight toward 2 men known for speaking loudly and without fear. The situation exploded when Marlon Wayans appeared on the Cruise show on December 8, 2025. This was where he made the comments that created the viral reaction. Instead of praising the documentary or offering neutral thoughts, Wayans said the series felt like a narrative created by someone who had a personal feud with Diddy without naming 50 Cent directly at first. He questioned the intentions behind producing a project that focused music heavily on Diddy's worst accusations. Wayans suggested that there was music karma attached to kicking a man when he was already down and dealing with legal battles.
As a producer and as a director and as a storyteller, I can create a narrative. I could be like, you know what?
You have.
I could create a narrative.
Well,
I
we
could be like,
see it all the time on reality shows.
Like,
nah,
on reality
that's right.
shows,
yeah,
that's how they're
creating
you write a
narrative.
character.
It doesn't mean it's true. It doesn't mean it's true. I can get interviews, I can do this, I can get footage, and I could make you think this about that person.
Nah, for sure, yeah.
And that doesn't necessarily mean it's true. So for me, you know, I think, look, 50 and Puff have a long-term beef. It's personal. It's between.
People are saying 50's wrong for doing it, but 50's right for doing it. It's divided.
It's between him and Puff. And before it's between him and Puff, it's between both of them and God. Just the way Puff is down on his luck, and 50's kicking a man when he's down.
God is gonna.
If 50 ever luck turned up on 50, you know that you got to be careful what you put out. There's a karma to every action that you do.
You think we'll see that day?
Huh?
You think we'll see that day?
I don't think 50 does dumb stuff. You know, he's very smart, you know, in terms of his business. I think he already had his.
I think we already would have saw it.
He got shot 9 times. He paid his debt early. So that's why he's like, F it. But, you know, look, this is between him and Puff, and honestly, it's between both of them and God.
Yeah.
So, you know, only God can judge, and both of them people have time to sit with God and talk about and through everything. And right now is Puff's time to sit there and have a conversation, a much needed conversation with God. Mm-hmm. And you know, like I said, I know his kids, I know his family, I know 50. You know, I've seen Tupac and Biggie, both friends of mine, die for beef. I think we all need to learn our lessons. Mm-hmm. And at a point, you're gonna keep one up on each other until the beef gets so out of hand that lives are at stake, and that's when you've crossed the line. And at a point, now it's no holds bars and bare knuckle boxing. When Puff come out, he gonna probably have the 50 Cent documentary
ready.
Nah, you should let it
Someone's
go.
working on it now.
No,
you should let it go. Nah, that's revenge.
I
right?
haven't seen. Yeah, but both of this is all. You know, it's coming from a
it's
place
deeper than rap, I think, too.
I think it's personal. I think it's between them
personal.
two. I don't know what it is. I don't know what their beef is. I mean, you know.
Well, business, who knows, right? Stuff that we didn't get to see.
Those words left his mouth, headlines music formed instantly. Clips circulated on social media with people either agreeing that documentaries can sometimes shape narratives or claiming that Wayans was intentionally downplaying serious allegations. He later tried to clarify on Instagram that he was not defending Diddy, but by then the internet had already made up its mind. His attempt to explain that he was only questioning media angles did not help calm the storm. People interpreted the clarification as backtracking. They pointed out that questioning the motives behind a documentary executive produced by 50 Cent was bound to attract attention, especially because 50 Cent has become known as someone who goes after Diddy with full force. From Power to the BMF franchise to social media posts, 50 Cent has built an aggressive and humorous style of calling out people he disagrees with. Once comments hit that exact nerve, the internet began watching closely. 50 Cent fans prepared for a response, and anyone familiar with Katt Williams knew he would music not stay quiet either. Wayans' comments did not exist in a vacuum. They existed in a space where two outspoken comedians had already spent years hinting at what they believe happens behind the polished surface of Hollywood.
I told you that 50 and Diddy were fighting for the kingdom.
Yeah.
Like Pac said him and Big was back in the day.
Yeah.
And that's what this whole thing is about when it comes to 50 and Diddy. That's why he's, the 40 laws of power, he's trying to kill him. You understand what I'm saying? I think that this right here is kind of, it's not that serious, but it's more of the king of trolls because Marlon Wayans is a relentless troll. I'm talking about he is relentless. Marlon Wayans will drop 5 troll posts for every one that 50 is gonna drop. That's one thing. He comes in bulk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He don't care if 1 or 2 of them don't hit. It's about it's how many he can get out there. You know what I'm saying? You. He just dropped one this morning while I was on my way here with 50 with the album cover with all the baby oil on it. He talking about where did you get all the baby oil from?
Oh Lord.
He got Diddy and I don't know if he did an AI one where he got Diddy and 50 in a hot tub. Yeah. And all kind now 50 come right back on him. 50 got one showing Marlon saying that he's not defending Diddy, but then he turned around. 50 done when he got some old clips of Marlon saying, "Ain't no party like a Diddy party. Diddy parties never let me down." So I think that this right here is it's a fun troll beat. Yeah. Hopefully it don't get out of control. Yeah. You and I always know that it's always the extra people that take it serious. But as far as them two go, I don't think that it's gonna, go there. I think that
you know what? I used to believe that it couldn't go there until I saw Will Smith at the Oscars.
It can. And
you're
right.
I used to believe that it wouldn't go there between celebrities of that magnitude until Will Smith lost his mind at the Oscars and started slapping people.
That's true. But I think that Marlon and 50 are public trolls. That was more on a personal, behind the scenes level. Yeah. Will Smith is not an internet troll.
That's right.
Chris Rock was not an internet troll.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That was more, hey man, you finna get up here on the awards, man. Don't be talking about my wife. She bought her bald head from what the little disease or whatever she got is, she feels a certain kind of way about it. Don't make the joke. He made the joke, he got slapped out. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So theirs was a lot different. Now, let me break down a few different things to you. Because a lot of people, I'm reading comments and on both sides. And a lot of people are asking me too. They say, well, Wick, who you think is going to prevail in the, the king of trolls? I'm going to go ahead and put a name on it. The king of trolls.
The king of trolls.
The king of trolls. Who's going to be the king? We got over here
the troll
50.
king.
We got 50.
Yeah.
And we got Marlon.
That's right.
Right?
Once 50 Cent heard Marlon's comments, the reaction was immediate. Known for using humor as a weapon, 50 Cent went straight to Instagram. He posted old white chicks photos, edited meme-style images, and comments, music, that poked fun at the idea of Marlon trying to protect Diddy. The meme spread fast, gathering hundreds of thousands of likes. For 50 Cent, this was an opportunity to do what he does best. He framed Wayans' remarks as proof that Hollywood still protects music its own. He said the documentary exposes the silence that allowed so many stories to stay hidden for years. And he reminded people that his rivalry with Diddy does not erase the seriousness of what is being discussed. 50 Cent made it clear that he saw Wayans' comments as a distraction from the main issue. He said people should not focus on defending party experiences. When the documentary presents accounts, music from former associates, employees, and insiders who describe far more serious events. For 50 Cent, this documentary is bigger than entertainment. He presents it as a cultural, music duty, a moment where he can shine light on behavior that many people whispered about for years, but felt too afraid to discuss publicly. His online post continued through the week, keeping Marlon's name trending. Fans joined in laughing at the memes, but also calling out Wayans for playing the middle during a moment where people expect clarity. The more 50 Cent joked, the more the story grew, and in the background Katt Williams was preparing his own reaction.
Wayans family knows 50's bosses, who is paying 50. That's who they're dealing with. You understand what I'm saying? So you're dealing with somebody that don't need to be in your documentaries, your good graces, no none of that, because they can drop just as many movies as you can, if not more. That's the other thing. But now I gotta, show love to 50.
Okay then.
You know what I'm saying? 40 Laws of Power, Robert Greene. You know what I'm saying? 50, if you know about, because it's 40 Laws of Power. You know what I'm saying? If you are a guy that subscribes to the 40 Laws of Power, you know that it's the art of manipulation. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the laws in there, they don't, they go lower. They go low, we go lower. The art of manipulation. I don't believe in a God per se. The God is me. I determine the life and what's gonna happen, me. That's a lot of 50 fans will tell you that's what he subscribes to. So therefore, 50 is relentless. 50 is gonna do whatever it takes. Not to take an L in this situation. That's what makes the entire thing fascinating, if it's all in good nature. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm sitting back, I'm waking up now, I'm seeing both of them going back and forth. Marlon just put out a post saying, I'm finna troll the troll. You know what I'm saying? And 50 say, I'm here for all the smoke, little punk. You know what I'm saying? So I like both of it. I love it all. A lot of people think that that I don't like 50. That's not true at all. I love 50. I love 50. I love his music. I love his hustle. I love everything 50 stand for, except for one thing. My thing has always been, have the same energy with the other side that you have for your own people. And that's what anybody, you know what I'm saying? That's what Oprah and Gail, that's what this person, that person. Show me the same. If you're Stephen A. Smith, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna sit up there and talk about LeBron James, and you're gonna talk about Michael Jordan, and you're gonna talk about blah, 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 and Shador Shador Sanders is cocky, he's spoiled, he this and that, and or Allen Iverson coming to a meeting late. You understand what I'm saying? Then when the white athletes come to a meeting late, or they wearing, bling bling and stuff, they have the same energy for them. If you got a problem with this celebrity, I remember back in the day, a lot of broad sportscasters had a problem with Andre Rison, and I was there for it when he was messing with Lisa Leftout Lopez, God rest her soul. Right? They had a problem with that. Right? But a lot of the same guys now, and they were around back then. They don't have a problem with Taylor Swift and your boy for the Kansas City Chiefs. I know exactly what you're talking about. I forget his name. They'll tell me in the comments. But the energy doesn't be the same when it comes to our blacks as the other side, as the whites. If you're 50 and you give me the Harvey Weinstein documentaries, and you give me the Epstein documentaries, and just like you give me Diddy, then I have no problem with that.
You're a documentarian.
Exactly.
Katt Williams is known for being fearless when the truth is on the table. He is one of the few comedians who speaks openly about the darker side of Hollywood. Music, he has talked about gatekeepers, exploitation, hidden circles, and power structures that shape careers. And once Marlon Wayans' comments went viral, people waited to hear what Katt would say. He did not disappoint. Katt took a more direct approach. Instead of joking like 50 Cent, he questioned music. Why Marlon would publicly step into a conversation this sensitive without fully understanding how deep the allegations run. Katt reminded fans that this moment is not about friendship or party memories. It is about people who say they were hurt, manipulated, or mistreated. Katt said defending someone in the middle of that kind of storm, even unintentionally, sends the wrong message. He also highlighted something important. When someone like Marlon says he never saw anything, that does not cancel out the experiences of people who say they lived through painful situations, Katt said. Hollywood often creates illusions. People are shown polished moments, clean rooms, and smiling faces. But behind those moments, entire worlds can exist that outsiders never see. According to Katt, this is why people must listen carefully and not dismiss allegations simply because one person had a good time at a party.
Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
Katt's comments added weight to the issue. He did not attack Marlon directly, but he made it clear that ignorance and innocence are not the same. His statements reminded music fans that speaking about something without full knowledge can cause harm. And music, when a person like Katt talks, many people listen. His voice helped shape the narrative, adding pressure on Marlon as the conversation evolved. After the memes, jokes, and commentary music from 50 Cent and Katt Williams, Marlon Wayans found himself under intense scrutiny. He went online to explain his point again. He said he was not defending Diddy. He said he was simply answering questions honestly and sharing how he personally experienced the events he attended. Music, Marlon insisted he never stayed late at any gatherings and that he never saw anything inappropriate music to him. That meant he could only speak from his own viewpoint. But online reactions continued to grow. Some users accused him of being naive. Others suggested he should have simply avoided the question. And then unverified rumors began surfacing on social media platforms. People started posting claims, jokes, and fabricated stories about Marlon's personal life. None of these had evidence, but it showed how quickly the internet can turn a discussion into a storm of speculation.
I think 50 gonna tap out.
You think 50 gonna tap out with Marlon?
Marlon got time today.
He got time.
Marlon is a person.
But no, 50 does this for a living.
No, Marlon does too. Marlon does too. And what do you have besides when your gay jokes wear off on Marlon, which he don't care about that. He didn't build his career off being a gangster. I'm gonna give you one more example and bring it home to all the people. Yeah. Right? If Young Thug, for instance, when he was doing the jail calls, and they were saying he was snitching, or 6ix9ine, they were saying he was snitching, or this person or that person. You understand what I'm saying? That's a rapper, and they were gangster rappers. That hurt their career. Stay with me. That hurt their career because they built their careers off being solid from street. Now, people that I tell street guys this all the time. Let's say Miss Emma from down the street, the lady from 227 that used to be in the window, the old lady. Nobody cares about, they're gonna snitch. Everybody in the neighborhood know Miss Emma's gonna tell on you. And she ain't gonna lose no credibility for telling on you. You know why? Because she ain't built her reputation off being a gangster or being solid. You understand what I'm saying? See, 50 got more to lose. 50 career is built off being a gangster that got shot and all this. It only takes Marlon to find one thing, and he got a powerful family. One thing that is gonna hurt a lot worse than you showing something on Marlon that we all know anyway. Nobody likes Marlon Wayans because he's an OG, triple OG gangster. You see what I'm saying? So he has less to lose than what 50 has to lose, if that makes sense to you.
I'm with you.
You understand what I'm saying? So now it's these two families, they go to digging. They go to digging for stuff. 50 now, you better make sure it's squeaky clean. You ain't beat no women.
Come on.
You ain't been to no parties. You ain't goddamn snitched to nobody. If you find a video of Marlon snitching, he don't care. He snitches in all his movies. So that's the point I'm making. You know what I'm saying? So this is gonna be, it's funny, but at the end of the day, I think it's all in good fun. I think that, you know what I'm saying, is as long as it don't turn into nothing else right here, we all sit back with our popcorn, man, and a lot of us like both of them. So it's just funny.
And then lastly, I gotta ask you this other one though. If you're Diddy seeing this, how would you feel?
I mean, I told you that, Diddy is no different than 50. Diddy is subscribes to the 40 laws of power also.
Yeah.
That's the mentality of the whole thing. And Puffy definitely has that same mentality. I think that if 50 was on the other end of the stick, that's why 50 going at him so hard.
Yeah.
That Puffy will be doing the same exact thing to 50 that 50 is doing to him. So I'm not so don't ever get it twisted that I feel sorry for Diddy. Diddy put himself where he's at because of his choices. My only thing was 50. There's a lot of other men that don't look like us that have done the same thing or worse with bigger names that you won't say nothing about. So, but to answer your question, Diddy shouldn't be worried about nothing. What Diddy should be worried about is getting his life together, righting his wrongs, making his family proud. He got his mom out here, you know what I'm saying, looking crazy. You got your kids out here looking crazy. You got innocent people out here looking crazy that love you. That should be his only concern, not Marlon and 50 out here trolling. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And I just think, like I said, the Marlon and 50 situation, it's funny, it's good for the culture. It's a troll beef that I didn't think that I needed, and it's funny as hell to me. That's, at the end of the day, it's all that.
But this did not stop the public from interpreting the situation as something deeper. Many felt that Marlon stepped into a conversation he was not prepared for. Others believed he was simply trying to be fair in a moment where emotions are high. His attempts to calm the situation showed how hard it is to stay neutral. In today's music climate, once the internet locks onto a narrative, every response becomes part of the story. Marlon's confusion, sincerity, and humor all became fuel for the debate. And while he tried to explain, 50 Cent and Katt Williams continued shaping the narrative with far louder and more confident voices. This moment is bigger than three comedians trading jokes. It speaks to a shift happening in entertainment. For years, people have whispered about powerful figures in Hollywood. Some stories stayed hidden, others were publicly dismissed. But in 2025, the atmosphere has changed. The culture is more sensitive, more aware, and more determined to hear the voices of people who claim they were mistreated. The Reckoning documentary was part of a larger push for transparency. And whether people like 50 Cent or not, he created a project that forced old conversations back into the spotlight. Marlon Wayans' attempt to question the documentary's angle placed him on the opposite side of that momentum. Not because he defended wrongdoing, music, but because he appeared to downplay the seriousness of what the documentary presented. 50 Cent and Katt Williams represent a growing group of entertainers who believe silence or neutrality is no longer acceptable when heavy allegations surround a public figure.
I'm going to make it abundantly clear. I'm not here defending Diddy. I am here because I got dragged into this because somebody asked me a question and I had an opinion. Nobody's wrong for giving an opinion about any subject, period. I'm not here defending Diddy. Don't let the narrative fool you or get to you. Once again, somebody's creating narratives. This is my point. So please look at the whole clip that I did and then look what happens with the narrative. And that's what I'm telling you. Y'all people don't be sheep. Use your brain, use your freedom of thought, your freedom of speech, and don't ever let nobody bully you. Never. Don't let nobody bully you. You got me? Love. Now back to trolling this troll.
This moment also highlights how divided the culture is. Some people believe everyone deserves fair treatment and that documentaries can be shaped by agendas. Others believe the sheer volume of claims against Diddy requires public figures to speak carefully and avoid minimizing anything. The clash between Marlon 50 Cent and Katt Williams reflects that divide. It shows how social media amplifies every reaction, every joke, and every comment. It shows how one sentence can ignite an entire debate in minutes. And it shows that entertainment news is no longer only about celebrities. It is about accountability, perception, loyalty, and responsibility. Whether Marlon intended to or not, he stepped into a cultural battle that has been building for years. And once music, he did, the reactions from 50 Cent and Katt Williams became part of a much larger conversation. The situation between 50 Cent, Katt Williams, and Marlon Wayans is not just about jokes, memes, or interviews. It is a reflection of how complicated Hollywood has become in the face of truth, loyalty, and allegations. Wayans tried to express doubt about the documentary's presentation, but his comments were heard as something far bigger. In a climate where people, music expect sensitivity and awareness, even a small statement can quickly grow into a large controversy. 50 Cent used humor to send a message about silence and accountability. Katt Williams approached it from a deeper place, questioning why anyone would defend or soften the image of a man facing serious accusations. Music, and Marlon Wayans found himself standing in the middle, trying to balance honesty with public pressure, music comedy with responsibility, and personal experience with cultural realities. As the story continues to unfold, one thing becomes clear. The culture is wrestling with the challenge of how to discuss powerful figures. People are asking whether entertainers have a duty to speak up, or whether they should stay silent until truth is revealed. They are questioning whether loyalty should ever outweigh the voices of those who claim to have suffered. And they are watching closely to see who stands where. So now the question goes to you. In a moment like this, do you think Marlon Wayans was simply sharing his honest experience, or did he cross a line he should have avoided? Let us know what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, music, hit that subscribe button so that you never miss out on any new videos. And until then, fam, keep it real.